welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish. Not a whole lot going on as far as the wrestling world is concerned. Kind of covered a lot of the big stuff last week. The return of CM Punk. Sunny Gang sentenced. What was it? 17 years, I think. Which I personally think is a little lenient, but I guess that's what the judge felt was appropriate for manslaughter. What do we got going on? I mean, Kiss had their final show at Madison Square Garden. Kind of weird, kind of melancholy in some ways. Obviously, they were a big part of my youth, but seeing they could have done something to bring up, Ace or Peter. That was a little disappointing from what I saw. They had Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer up there, playing their respective roles, which was kind of weird. Obviously, Gene Paul being the linchpin, the remaining constants within the group. Like I said, I really would have. Think things would have been much better with Peter and Ace Frehley, but hey, I don't know what the heck happened there. I saw something online where they said Ace bought out front row. I don't know if I believe that or not, but even if he did, how in the heck would you drown out, thousands of fans in that atmosphere? Like I said, kind of weird. They probably should have retired a long time ago, but unfortunately, Paul's voice is not what it used to be. But hey, we all get to that point, unfortunately. Time catches up with us all, myself included. I've got my aches and pains, and I ain't feeling too great. Usually, I'm still recovering from that flu and strep throat I had over a week ago. Jeez. Hopefully, everybody had a good holiday, good Thanksgiving. Got Christmas coming up. Obviously, I've got my Christmas lantern in the background there. I've got a pine candle going. My wife bought me an inflatable giant alligator, Christmas alligator, which surprised me with that. That's actually inside the studio. Thankfully, you can't see all the garbage that's in here. Not that that's garbage, but there's a lot of stuff going on here. During the Christmas time, my studio becomes the catch-all for every gift and everything that needs to be hidden. So it's hard to even move sometimes in here, but that's wow. But that's a unfortunate fact of life here. We don't have a garage or any storage, so this ends up being it. But yeah, Kiss's last show looks like I saw a video. They're going to continue on with avatars doing like quote unquote live shows, like AI driven avatars. I don't know if I'd pay to see that, to tell you the truth. I mean, playing canned music with no live musicians. I mean, it looks neat, but I want to pay to see someone perform. I don't want to pay to see a computer generated image. Like I said, it looks neat, but that's about it. Let's see what. Let's see. We got that, the Kiss thing. Raiders are off this week, bye week, so don't get to watch them. I think they got the Vikings next. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure. I think the Titans lost. Kind of a weird week in football, but yeah. Let's see what else we got going on. Obviously, like I said, not a whole lot in the wrestling world. We're still kind of dealing with the after effects of CM Punk and big news and whatnot. Like I said, Tammy Sitch was sentenced. We had Randy Orton signing with SmackDown. That's probably the biggest news, with his comeback and coming back to sign with SmackDown. So it really does, from his comments in the back and everything, look like he's going to be feuding with the Bloodline. So is he going to be another victim for Roman Reigns then, I wonder, and they could do a lot of things like this. With this, I should say. I know CM Punk kind of brought Paul Heyman in his promo. I don't know if he's going to end up aligning with Heyman. That would be interesting if Heyman leaves Bloodline for Punk, or if Punk ends up somehow being associated with Bloodline, turns heel. Could maybe cost Randy Orton his title shot. Who knows? But a lot of good things happen in WWE. AEW not so much, but we got some good stuff going on. WWE, like I said, last week was kind of a transitional week, not a whole lot storyline going on. I think they're probably gonna be a lot more going on tonight's Monday Night Raw, I would bet, but like I said, not a whole lot. Excuse me, sorry, not a whole lot last week. What else? Hopefully everybody's staying warm. It's been cold here in Tennessee. We got a little bit of a warm up, but because we had a crazy cold stretch there. I think that's why everybody's sick, to tell you the truth. Like I said, not a whole lot. As far as Raw and SmackDown, kind of just setting up new storylines. I don't know if they're breaking up the Brawling Brutes there. I hope they don't, man. I really like that group, but I don't know if Sheamus taking some time off or what the deal is, but those guys worked well as a team together, and I'm gonna miss that. What else we got going on? Punk had his promo on Raw. Some people are calling it kind of lackluster. I don't. I've got kind of mixed feelings on it. Was it one of his impassioned mic drops? No, it wasn't. It was kind of establishing a newer, kind of kinder Punk. He acknowledged fan response to AJ, which was pretty cool. Kind of. I'm betting this is setting up some things in the future because he did kind of say, that he's there to make money. He's not there to make friends. So we have that. Like I said, nothing earth shattering. No little jabs at AEW. Took the high road definitely on that. But like I say, aside from that not a whole lot going on. Trying to think. Like I said, I expect this week to be much, much more exciting, much more going on. Because they'll probably establish some new feuds this weekend because they resolved some storylines at Survivor, and I think they're going to be on to a new feud. Oh, hey, there's a train. I don't know if everybody can hear that, but the train's coming through. We have a train that comes through across the meadow from us, and when it comes through, it. Trust me. But I doubt that this mic picked it up. But yeah, that's about it. We kind of beaten the CM Punk thing to death, so I don't want to spend too much time. A lot of different avenues that they can kind of go with that, and anything at this point is pure speculation, because I'm wondering if he double crosses Cody. That might be some interesting interaction between him and Cody, setting up future things. Let's see. Like I said, as far as WWE goes, we're kind of going on that. Had a couple of things happen on AEW. One being the guys with the black suits and whatnot and the devil mask coming out to beat on MJF, and then MJF accepting that, much to the the displeasure of Samoa Joe accepting the invite for a match the following week. I still am kind of under the thought that this is probably going to be Jack Perry, which is going to be extremely disappointing. I don't see who else it could be that makes sense in storyline. Not that I don't think AEW even cares about storyline anymore. You know, we've got QT Marshall leaving, and his primary motivation, from what he said, was the shift from storyline-oriented programming to more of like a New Japan kind of quote-unquote sport type of booking. Which, man, I like New Japan, but to an American audience, I don't see that flying. And I think the rings are just going to continue to decline. Because historically, I mean, American wrestling has focused on storylines, and you've got, even in any sport, you've got to have a story behind everything for you to pique your interest. I mean, yeah, when rivals face off, it's good, but why is it good? It's because of the long history and long storylines that have developed naturally in real life that motivates you, you know. You know, Red Sox, Yankees, you know, you want to see the Sox beat the Yankees. You want to see them, you know, for years you wanted to see them win the series, you know, things of that nature. I mean, interdivisional rivals within football, within the NFL, you know, Chiefs and Raiders. You want to see what's going to happen, you know, because the Chiefs have dominated the division for so long, you know. So there are natural stories throughout life that motivate you to enjoy sports. And, you know, that's why they have the behind-the-scenes stuff and show you the personalities behind the athletes that are playing, because it creates even more interest. You know, the NFL's not stupid. They know that people have to care to tune in, and caring equals ratings. So, so there you go, you know. I don't think that that's going to be a good thing for AEW. And their ratings continue, unfortunately, to slide. I mean, they had they were getting better when Punk was hanging up Collision, and then, you know, obviously the incident happened where Punk's gone, and I think they kind of motivated them for a couple of weeks, and now it's just kind of going backwards again. The only thing in AEW right now that really piques my interest is the MJF stuff, and that is storyline motivated and driven. So there you go. Sorry, you know, I could watch, you know, Ospreay versus Kenny Omega or whatever, but it's not the same thing when you see someone who's had grudges against each other in the past, and sets up a rivalry, you know. You know, and like I said, in real life it's the same way. No matter how good two football teams are, if there's not a story behind it, if it's not like, oh, this team needs to lose to get for this team to get into playoffs, or this team, you know, when they face off before got into a fight or whatever, it's not as interesting. I'm sorry. You know, is it interesting? Yes, but that additional human storyline adds that additional layer that makes it that much more interesting. You know, and wrestling's the same way. Without storylines, because you have writing in wrestling, you have predetermined results. So there's much less drama there. If you start going to a format that ignores storylines and completely is devoid of them, then it takes out an important element of wrestling, which is present in real sports, I think. You know, and you don't have wrestling. Like I said, it's predetermined outcome. You're watching, you know what's going to happen. A match can be awesome, but if you don't have that human interaction level of appeal, I think it makes it that much less interesting, you know. So like I said, the MJF stuff is the only thing that's really kind of piquing my interest, because it has that level. And then you put the Adam Cole stuff on top of it, which is some of those videos with Roderick Strong and whatnot have been hilarious, been great, so once again, storyline has made me interested in the matches, and I think MJF knows that. I'm kind of shocked that he resigned with AEW. There's probably been no interest, unfortunately, from WWE, and I'm not sure why that would be, because this guy is super talented. It's kind of a waste. I get sad when I see him in AEW because I know he'd excel, I think, in WWE. Whether, I don't know if it's I'm going to say something controversial here, but you look at MJF and it's kind of obvious that he's using, it looks like he's using steroids. I'm sorry. With the case with the back knee and the facial features and whatnot, from a superficial, outward appearance, it does look like he's using. I'm sorry. Maybe, I don't know if that's a deterrent from going into WD. I seriously doubt it. I don't know what the wellness policy states, If you look at things like bodybuilding, like the Mr. Olympia, for example, the whole steroid testing thing is kind of a joke. I hate to say that, because, and guys like Ryan Coleman, Lee Haney have admitted that in the past. Those are, past Olympians who have come out and said, yeah, he used steroids, but they got doctors that wrote them notes that said they needed testosterone replacements. So all they had to do was, okay, tested positive, here's my note. And there you go. Yeah, so I don't know if the WWE wellness policy is similar to that. I don't know. Those are things I just don't know. And if you have comments pertaining to, I would love to see them, because I would love to have somebody educate me on the wellness policy of the WWE. Obviously they went through that whole federal trial and hearings regarding steroid usage. So, I'm kind of going on a tangent, but I'm very interested in knowing what their wellness policy officially states. Is that available publicly? Maybe I'll Google that later. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know if that was a stumbling block, or I don't know if maybe Triple H has had previous interactions with them and just wasn't interested. I don't know. Because I don't care. I mean, the AEW is a shining example of, regardless of how talented you are, if you have a bad attitude, you are a bad wrestler. You look at the guys like, the EVPs they had, and like the Bucks and a guy like Hangman Page, who I was fully behind when I first saw him, and has turned out to be another unfortunate example of a ton of talent, great look, and just a bad attitude, which is always going to keep him at the AEW or lower level. If he wants to be an indie darling, he can do that forever, but he's never going to make it in WWE, unfortunately, because they're going to mold them in the WWE image, and if he doesn't want to accept criticism and advice, it's not going to fly for very long in WWE. So, unfortunately, that's kind of the reality of the whole situation. So I kind of went on a tangent there. I did see some footage with MJF and the Iron Claw. It looks great. I can't wait to see that. That's going to be awesome. I think that's coming out December 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. Please go out and support it. Now, there's even some Oscar buzz concerning this film, so it looks like it's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, and I'm really looking forward to seeing MJF act in it. I think he's going to be brilliant. I really do. I think this is going to be a groundbreaking film. I really do. I can't wait to see it. I'm hoping it's good as the initial reports are saying. I really do. Unfortunately, I'm running out of time here, but yeah, if you get a chance, you're in Western Tennessee, go check out Then and Now. You can get some of my merchandise, some merchandise that my wife has handmade. You can check out some really cool vendors from this area. Check them out. And once again, that's the Now downtown Trenton. It's right across from the square. You can't miss it. Check us out on Patreon, Crushing Kayfabe, crushing with a K, I should say. Check us out on crushingkayfabe.com. We've got my website back up, and it's online, which is awesome. So check that out. While you're at it, check out Patreon. I think I already said this. I already said that, but it bears repeating. Check out Patreon, and for just $1 a month, you can support the show and help keep the lights on. This, this does take some money to produce. I do have obviously expenses as far as equipment and electric. So please, for just $1 a month, you get the show ad-free, and I'd appreciate the heck out of it, And if you're supporting the show monetarily, that's going to go a lot further than if you're just listening to the show. Sorry. If someone from Patreon sent me a request or something, I'd give it a lot more merit, because unfortunately the holidays are coming up, and unfortunately I can't respond as much to everyone as I wish I could, but I try to do whatever I can. And I appreciate everyone that supports the show, and is so grateful for everyone that listens, tunes in, and supports the show. Thank you. But hey, crushingkayfabe.com, like I said, go check out that now. Prayers and support going out to Israel and out to the Ukraine, and support legitimate organizations for them. And that's kind of about it, before I ramble on any further here and before my voice gives out. But yeah, once again, like I said, thank you everybody for tuning in, and God bless.